Alrighty, welcome back to yet another episode of my Let's Play of the full version of the Crew Wild Run. And in this episode we're going to be doing the Perf Spec Mazda MX-5. Now, from what I saw on the screenshots, it looks like it has the MX-5 Cup body kit, and indeed it does. Pretty much exactly identical to that. And the one thing I didn't notice at first when I was actually modifying this thing is that it actually has an intake headlight. Now some of these bumpers seem very similar, basically identical, but on some of the bumpers, like, there's two versions of this one that you will see, but there's one version that actually has the red accents on the splitter, and there's one that doesn't actually have that. It's the accents are colored to the same color as the body. It just so happened that the red that I chose was exactly the same color as the accents on the splitter. So yeah, it was very hard for me to see the difference between the two. So you see, I'm kind of confused, looking around, like, what is the difference? And so yeah, in the end, I just pick one, and yeah, I just go with the stock one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and of course, like I said, there's the intake headlight, which is pretty cool. It's got the right headlight has an intake on it, which has also one of the lights removed on there next to the low beam, and then on the other side there's just a normal headlight, which is pretty cool. I like that feature. Just the intake light is a nice little addition and detail to this car. Yeah, I'm gonna go backwards and forwards to these bumpers, but now I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna cut out kind of out of that, so that you don't have to be bored with me being confused and trying to figure out what the difference is. I actually thought that the only difference is that the front actually has carbon fiber. The little insert grill becomes, the little grill becomes carbon fiber, but that wasn't the case. My voice is screwed up for some reason. Now there's some pretty cool bumper choices as well. We have a center exhaust right there, very similar to the street spec, but it's a dual center exhaust, and it's shaped in a very interesting way. Now there's also different rear light options as well. So as you can see, there's the normal lights, and then there's also the lights that have a little cover. The lights that have a little kind of thing covering up the turn indicator lamp, which is pretty cool. It's actually carbon fiber as well. There's also an insert in the center of the tail light. And of course, the same as with the rear bumpers as the front bumpers. There's one of the splitters, excuse me, one of the rear bumpers has a red accent. I believe it's that one that I just showed you. And then this one doesn't have the red accent on it. So it's kind of nice that they added that option to have without the red accent and with the red accent. And then there's two versions of this splitter as well. The one that's equipped on the car when you get it, it has, I believe, has the red accents on it. But the other option you can get is without the red accents. Of course, you have the rims. I'm gonna go with these rims. Look cool, but those rims look cool. But I'm gonna go with these rims because they just fit the theme a lot better, in my opinion. It's cool. Side mirrors, you can remove the carbon fiber. I'm not going to do that. There's actually quite some nice wing options. You can have a no wing, and you can have a a medium-sized wing as well, which looks cool, but at the same time, it's not really my style. One I forgot to mention, it has a hard top as well, like I said in the last video, but in the bicolor paint, if you choose the stock hood, the hood that comes, this hood that is appearing right now, if you have that hood on and you activate bicolor paint, it just only paints the roof, which is pretty cool. So you can have just a black roof and nothing else. I'm just looking at the wing to see if I actually like that wing, but you know, for once I actually thought that it looks better with a big wing than that wing. That wing just doesn't really suit it, but I think, like I said, the big carbon fiber wing looks the best. And here I'm going to do all top speed bonus parts. Now, I believe it actually turns out that 4 grip bonus parts is a pretty good setup for this thing. I did all top speed as bonus parts as a basic setup, but then I switched it to all top speed and then 4 grip bonus parts on the tires. brake, suspension, and differential, but I'm gonna fine-tune that setup later. I'm gonna find a perfect balance between grippiness and just not feeling stiff at all. But with all top speed and all parts, it feels very, very good. But if you put it up against Y-Res, you will start to notice that it understeers at high speed, which is kind of to be expected, because this is a small little sports car that's not designed for high-speed corners. It's more designed for low-speed corners and just having fun in general. But yeah, overall this car actually handles really well, as you can see. Just did a big airtime and turned, and it had absolutely no issues just taking a turn. And it's very, very drifty as well. I actually overcalculated my braking distance, and basically I kind of lost control a little bit there. That was my fault, not the car's fault. But yeah, overall, I prefer the Perf Spec over the Street Spec version, because the Perf Spec is a lot grippier, it has a lot less wheel spin. It actually has a weird launch at the start, which you'll see in the next race, and I will not be narrating that part of the video. Just because I guess. I don't know. I just don't feel like narrating it right now. But yeah, overall, this is a great car. It's actually I'm pretty sure both the Street and the Perf Spec version are capable of going up against the higher vehicles of Perf and Street. But I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm gonna go do a test of that in PvP in a couple of videos, in the next 2 videos from this one. But yeah, overall, I love this car. It's great. Like I said, it turns one of the slowest cars in the game to something that's very, very fast and cool. Again, like I said, I'm not going to narrate this part of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.